Giants. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. First by him near the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action here on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Webb now from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. A little juke. And he works free. Still on his feet. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, second down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On second down, Webb. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So they're operating in the red zone.
Let's go! Green!
Slot man moves right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Off play action, it's Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watching that body. Watching that body. 40. Let's go. Here we go. Good.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out to the left here to Reed. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
Set. Boom. Landed. Watching that body. 40. Good. Let's go. Leopard. Watching that body. 40.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run with Hunt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The slot man in motion right. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. In motion right is the running back. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
right, now look at 56. Let's go. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go. Green, 39, Detroit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Detroit. All right, now look at 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Webb to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's get this ball back with offense. Let's go. Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw again. Webb. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Giants first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now they try the right side here, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 12-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Webb now. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. The play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's brought in by Doxson. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Green 39, Green 39. Over. No. Check, Patriot. Watching that, Barney.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Detroit. Now let's go. No. Check, Patriot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
No. Check, Patriot. Watching that, Barney. Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Strong grabs it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll make it third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's Webb. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So happy holidays, Larry. Your gift. Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
All right, now, look at 56. Gone. Leopard. Blue, landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Now let's go. Blue, landed. Gone.
To throw, Webb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Blue, landed. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And Rudolph has it left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now a handoff looking right. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A play fake. Now Webb. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing on third and long. Webb. And he's going to go down again. Sua Cravens in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Now Webb. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Go.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up to throw. And pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The play clock's running down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. The Redskins send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On first down, it's Webb. Over the middle to Beckham. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Webb now from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run again with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. looking to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. Webb into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. First and 10, Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again on second and 10. Webb. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Here we go now.
first down. Webb. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing on first down. Webb. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Throwing again. Webb. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down.
Now let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit! Detroit!
Webb. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 30. 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sua Cravens with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
All right, here we go.
Defense showing blitz. Now Webb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of his...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down.
All right, here we go. No. All right, now, look at me. No. Watch it now. Check.
To throw again. Webb, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL when you...